Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Share the show with your friends. Follow me on all platforms at Oz the Crypto Goat, all lowercases, no spaces. We are live on Twitch, Abstract, TikTok. That's about it for today. As far as being live, we multi-stream on multiple platforms, but we're hanging out. We're having a good time, and LF Goat, ladies and gentlemen, LF Goat. It's kind of a slow news day today, so we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll open up a panel. We can have another discussion like we did yesterday. Thank you guys for hitting that like button and showing engagement. Everybody spam the chat with a W. W's in the chat. Everybody, let's go. LF Goat in the chat. Hashtag FYP in the chat. Tag me with hashtag FYP, and that puts me in the For You page. So help me out with that, ladies and gentlemen. I would appreciate it. Just going to get the show shared out to all the homies. Let them all know that we are live right now. And we're hanging out, having a good time. How's everybody doing today? How are we doing? It's me, Eric. What's up, brother? Thank you for the hashtag FYP. Everybody tap that screen. Start tapping away. Glad to have you all. G-Rod, what's up, my boy? How you doing, buddy? What's up, buddy? How we doing on those trades, bro? Things look mildly bullish for the next day or so, maybe. Or we come crashing down. But pretty much we're toasty. It's about to go down. Let me guess, you've been doing nothing but shorts, bro. G-Rod. You got to fluctuate, man. You got to be bullish when it's time to be bullish. You got to be bearish when it's time to be bearish. You got to write it up and down. Don't worry, you'll get it. It's dude, it took me like a lifetime to get to where I'm at today. Like, it's not something that happens overnight. So just be patient. It will come. If you build it, they will come. If you want them to build it for you, press 1. 1's in the chat if you want me to build it for you and do all the work for you, and you guys want to copy my homework. Because I pretty much do that. If you're a super fan or deluxe subscriber, you can pretty much copy my homework. I'll TA anything for you on demand. All you got to do is just hit me up and say, hey, man, what are you seeing on this one? And I'll take a look at it for you. So that's for the super fans. That's for the subscribers here on TikTok. Much appreciated to all of you that are a part of that community and engage with me. I enjoy having you guys. It's a blessing. It actually gets warm in here. Even though it's the winter time, all this equipment keeps it warm. Well, when you short something that went up 62% and then it says F you and keep going up. Dude, things are mildly bullish right now. Mildly. It is not going to last. It is not going to last. We are not going parabolic. Just be patient. Moon cycle, right? Moon cycle. It's coming. I think you might have just been a little early on the shorts. It happens, man. It happens to everybody. Just give it a little bit of time. Give it a little time. Plus all that leverage, man. When you win big, but you lose big. Let's see here. See if anybody wants to come chat with me. Let's try that. Let's see what happens there. Let's see what happens if the blockchain bully is going to come talk to me or not. You know, he was supposed to come on the show and then just like last minute, like backed out on me, and I'm like, whatever, you know. It happens. People get busy, so I'm not going to hold it against them. 50x leverage, bruh. bruh, 5x. 5x. This is what I was like telling Josh, man. Like when he was just starting to get into leverage and everything, I was like, you gotta be okay with like just doing 5x. You want enough leverage to cover your trading fees, but when you do more than that, man, like it's easy to get wrecked. And you start with 5, then you move up to 10, next thing you're at 50, next thing you're at 500, next thing you're at 5,000. Like it's a slippery slope. And you've gone from investing and trading into, I can't say the word, but it starts with a G and ends with an amble. 20 is the sweet spot for you. Dude, stick with what works, man. Stick with what works. Don't try to be a hero, Stick with what works. Be patient. It doesn't happen overnight. When you're trying to make it happen, like right now, that's when you start getting hit. Can you check the Cherry chart? Is that the ticker? TLRY? Is that the ticker? What's the ticker on that one? Is that an L or an I? What is the ticker on it? Just put the ticker in the chat for me. I'll look it up for you. TLRY. Got you. Got you, bro. TLRY. There's nothing coming up. Is that a meme coin? It's a stock. Well, that's why it didn't come up. What is this project? Tilray Brands Incorporated. What do they do? What is it? Ooh, we got a gap here. Filled its gap. It's a cannabis. Oh, nice. Honestly, this looks like it could be bullish. Let's take a look here. This could very well be bullish. It kind of looks like it's forming a tombstone, man. So this thing could easily come up here to 1330, somewhere around there, maybe 1268. Let me zoom out a little bit more on the day. Let's see. That looks bullish to me, bro. Oh, yeah. On the daily, kind of looks like a double bottom here. That looks good to me, bro. It came down here and filled this gap. That looks good, man. This looks like a pretty decent hold. This is a little bit different than crypto. So let's look at it. It's trending down, right? I don't think it's going to do anything like this anytime soon. A lot of the cannabis projects are dead. But this one looks, mildly bullish for a cannabis stock. It looks all right. Don't forget to share the live out, guys. What's up, TikTok seller? How you doing, buddy? Also, hear me out. This is kind of a head and shoulders here. So the micro is a tombstone, but the macro is a head and shoulders. So it could be looking at a reversal to the downside, taking it basically to zero. Doesn't necessarily mean that it will, but I would definitely be eyeballing this price right here of like $4, $3, $1, $2. That would be your buy zone for sure. If you're already in it, it might be worth watching and waiting for. But if it were me, I would wait to see if it's going to break to the upside or it's going to come down. I would say it's been in a downtrend forever. It's probably just going to kind of continue on that So it seems like it's coming back down to the bottom again. But short term, like over the next day or two, it could potentially in the next several hours do something great. But in the next couple days, it could hit the like $2 zone, right? So be careful. $2-3 somewhere around there. It could hit a new low. Just an FYI. So this is a cannabis stock. This is my first cannabis stock I've ever TA'd on the live here. So that's fun. A friend with weed is a friend indeed. Yo, what's up, Oski? How you doing? So, Trump gave someone the bird today. I know, I saw it. Revolution sent it to me. Yep. You know, there's not much news. I feel like that's why he did it. Because they're, you know, doing the news. I'll be back, says Dope Go Crazy. I'll be back. Yeah, there's not much news. I actually only pulled up one article to talk about for today. And yesterday I covered a few articles. If you missed it, all the articles are in the Discord. So make sure you join the Discord, link in my bio. Skill Spider TV, what's up, bro? Watching on Twitch. How you doing? Good to see you. What is crack-a-lackin'? Good to see. All the streams are active now. All the viewership is active. We've got people watching on Abstract. GM to all the GMs on Abstract. How you guys doing? TikTok is doing well. Abstract's doing well. Twitch is doing well. And everyone else is complaining about viewership being down. Mine is doing very well. So that's awesome. We got to get 200 members on Discord. We're close. We're very close. Everybody join the Discord. I've got a lot of DMs yesterday. A lot of people want to join the TA class. That is awesome. And we're going to create more trading warriors. And we're going to do the group trading again. And everything is jump started. It's only been like a couple days I've been live again. Right? So it's good to be back, and the community's coming together. It's a whole new community, new people. It's been a great time. The TA class ad was a blessing in disguise. I know. You know what's funny is Chill Well came on yesterday to kind of like troll me a little bit on the TA class, and all it did was get a bunch of people to want to join it. Even Chill Well, right? These guys that are doing TA and that are teaching TA, they want the sauce. They want to know what I have to offer, but I don't let other creators take the class. And so like they want to know because they, you know, obviously they want to know how I'm right so much, right? So, yeah. It's not for creators. It's for the people, right? If you're out there creating content and stuff and you want to learn technical analysis from me, send me a DM. We'll talk. But we're going to have to put like some kind of trademark on it or something. Fishfinity, what's going on? TikTok seller with a GM on Abstract, what's going on? Hey guys, you know what I need? I need y'all to send me the heart me's. We need heart me's and we need gifts, right? To get the algorithm going. Yesterday the algorithm was popping, baby. We were killing it. But unfortunately, like that's the way TikTok works. Is we have to continually do that, otherwise we go down. The only other way that you can like send a gift and not have to like continually be doing that all the time is if you become a super fan or become a subscriber. And when you become a super fan or subscriber and you come into the chat, It's the same thing as like sending gifts every live. It does the same thing for the algorithm. Oh, thank you, Fishfinity. I appreciate you, man. I'm here. I'm here for you guys. I'm not going anywhere. We got another super fan, Carlito, in the building. TikTok seller in the building. Oski in the building. Let's see. We got G-Rod in the building. A lot of super fans. Thank you all for becoming a super fan. Guys, become a super fan. Become a super fan. Even if it's just for one time, like, it just helps my algorithm, right? I don't want to be begging and pleading for whatever, but we are just getting back to being off a little vacation. So I'm trying to boost the algorithm, right? It won't stay this way forever. But we got to kind of jumpstart this thing, right? Got to let TikTok know we mean business. If you mean business, let me know in the chat. Put a B in the chat if you mean business. B's in the chat. B's in the chat. You'll be super happy when you're a super fan. Yeah. G-Rod takes advantage of being a super fan. With your super fan, you get more than just being a super fan. You can message me directly for technical analysis. Anytime you need it. Just let me know. And I'll coach you as well. I offer one-on-one coaching. So, and that's not going to last forever. This show's going to be massive one day. And there's just going to be tons and tons of people. Oh, Oscar, thank you so much for the Galaxy, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. But yeah, one day I'm not going to be able to offer that service. You know, I'm going to be so huge, I'm not going to have time. It's going to be for like, I'll have like an elite club of the OGs that were here at this time when I was struggling and I was trying to make it, you know what I mean? And you guys were here for me. Those are the ones that are going to continue to have me in their back pocket. So now's the time to join up. Get in the squad, y'all. I remember when you did that back at the beginning. Yeah, pretty much we brought back the TA show. Alan, what's going on? I'm not withholding TA anymore. Free A for everybody. All right. I just had to let you all know where it was coming from, because basically other creators were saying that I was stealing technical analysis from them and they were posting it. And as soon as I went away in the Discord, my TA stayed on point and everyone else's TA got terrible. What's up, Alan? How you doing, bro? Don't forget to become a super fan, guys. My TA is on point. Anyone will tell you. It's not perfect, but it's on point. We good at it. And I can actually teach you how to do TA. Flat bottom is good for a short. Depends on what you're looking at. I can pull it up for you, though. If you want to tell me what project it is, I'll take a look at it. Oscar, thank you for the hand hearts. Alan, thank you for the heart me. Oscar with cake and heart me. TikTok seller with a heart me. Ginger Chris with a heart me. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Yeah, the flat bottom is perfect because it's highly manipulated. People think it's a bull flag, and so when it drops hard. But yeah, the flat bottom is generally bearish. Generally. It's not 100%, but it is highly high percentage. I would say like 80% likely. Oski, thank you for the hand hearts again as well. On XRP, the 1 minute chart on what? Yeah, I gotta know. Bro, you really said come show some engagement? What are you talking about? Oh, you know what? I forgot to make a little video. I'll tell you what, guys. You're going to be a part of it. So I've been making a little video every day before I go live so that I'm in the algorithm. I completely forgot to do it today. So you guys are going to be a part of it. I'll put you guys in the background today. All right. You guys are going to be part of my content creation today. Let's see here. Oh, wait, we want to do video. We want to do a video. Don't go anywhere, guys. Everybody, you guys are all going to be in the video right now. I'm going to make a video on TikTok right now. You guys will be the background. Hey, what's up, fam? We're live right now on TikTok. Come through and chill with us. Hit all the buttons right here. Hit all the buttons. Yeah, let's go. LF GOAT. That's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it's done. You make a video like that, you post it, and boom, you're a rock star. Mother of Dragons, how are you? Thank you for the heart, me. Appreciate you. All right, let me get this out to the internet. Let them know that the GOAT is live. I completely forgot to do this. This is something new that I've been trying, and it seems to be working. It seems to be working. So I'm going to continue going with it. But I forgot to post one. Normally I post it like 15 minutes before. Today I forgot. Everybody go into my profile right now. All right. Go into my profile right now and go watch and engage. Make sure you watch all the way through the video. Okay. It's only a couple seconds long. It's like 10 seconds. All right. Watch all the way through. Like at the end of the video, comment and share it out and save it as a favorite. Add it to your story if you like. How far will XRP go this cycle? It went 366. That's how far it went. It already goed. It already goed. It's already done with the go. Doesn't mean that it couldn't potentially try to retest that again, but I'm pretty sure it already goed, bro. You'd be lucky to see $3 again. Lucky. It already goed. Let's see here. If my TikTok post. I'm going to, just so you know, I can see who watched my video. No one's watched it yet. No one's watched my video I just posted. I see all of you. You have all betrayed me. You will have my fury. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody go and like my video I just posted, the newest one. Let's boost in the algorithm. Everybody all at once. All at once, everybody go. Let's get some viewership on this live. Honestly, viewership's not that bad right now. It's like decent, but it's on the low end. We want to have above 20 viewers or more. Why did it pump today? Why did what pump today? XRP? It was because the job reports. But basically everything's going to pump a little bit. And then when rate cuts come out, it's going to, all right, get ready for it. It's going to dump. Inflation went up 2.7%. Yeah, but the figures are that jobs went down 4.4%. Like unemployment, right? Unemployment went down, which is like dumb. It's like, oh yeah, that's a good thing. Yes, it's a good thing unemployment went down, but it's also, that means no rate cut, right? How long do you expect this pump? Maybe tomorrow or the next day. TikTok seller, what day is the moon, the full, or the new moon? That'll tell you. I think it's like the 17th. So it's the 18th. Okay. So yeah, we've got maybe a day, maybe two, and it could just run sideways and then dump, maybe go up a little bit more, but we pretty much saw what we're going to see. In my opinion, my humble opinion, I'm not perfect, but I'm pretty sure we're headed on the downs here very soon. Daddy Trump with forced JP to bend the knee. Yeah. Hey, does anybody want to come up here and chat with me? I used to not do the multi-guest thing and chat with people. I like talking to you guys. If any of you want to come up on the show and come chat with me, you got something to say, let's talk. Let's talk a little bit. Let's see. Let's have a little panel discussion going on. Tell me, what are your predictions? What do you see as far as the outcome of crypto? What do you see as where the United States is heading with crypto? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? It's going to pump the rest of the month? That is definitely not going to happen. Come the 17th, 18th, 19th, it's going to be down, down, down. The end of the month is going to be bad. All right? I can promise you that. If you think it's going to keep going, that's a bummer. Yeah, no rate cut. Absolutely no rate cut. Everybody, if you haven't done so yet, go to my profile, right? So go into the little search bar and type in Oz the Crypto Goat. TikTok wants to see that too, right? Don't just like look for me. Type in the search bar Oz the Crypto Goat and pull me up, and go and like and comment on the first video. And I can see who did it. I can see who's looked at it. I'm going to look right now. Okay, we got a couple that liked. We got Revolution, we got CB, and myself. No one else has done it. Thank you, CB. I think I saw you in the chat, man. Thank you. I appreciate you, brother. No one else has liked it. You're all fired. All right? You're all fired because you didn't go and like my video. And now I'm just going to end the show. No free A for anybody. From now on, if you want TA, I need to see a heart on the video that I post. That's the way we're going to do it now. You want free A, you got to go and like my most recent post. If there's not a heart on it, you get nothing. That's how we're going to do it now. That's how we're doing it. All right. We are creeping under the 18 mark. Revolution, thank you for the gifts. Appreciate you. The heart me's. Don't forget to send a heart me, guys. Heart me's are the best thing that you can send. It's a penny, right? It's 1 penny. I'm not even asking for a nickel here. I'm asking for a penny. All right. 1 cent, right? And I don't even want the 1 cent. I want the engagement. I want the heart me, because that is the best thing for the algorithm other than like a galaxy. When you send a heart me, it's like sending a galaxy. The setup is fire. Oh, I know. You can see it in the video, right? Because I put you guys to the back. I was actually live when I made it. Right? So we chilling. There it is. Turn on the printers. There. Don't forget to comment, guys. I see the likes, but I don't see the comments. I don't see any comments. Shaking my head. G-Rod understood the assignment. Ace understood the assignment. You can't just like it. You can't just like it. You got to comment. You got to watch it all the way through. Took some profits today. I live in NW. Phi Blue Angel City. New Wifi. Blue Angel City. North Washington. I don't know where that is. Angel City. There are practicing as we speak for a reason. Wait. Fishfinity. Bro, what are you talking about? Hold on, I'm gonna bring you up as a guest. Let's talk about that. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? You got me on the edge of my seat now. Now I feel like something's going down. I feel like something's going down and I'm missing out because I don't understand what the hell you just said on there. But it sounded important. Revolution, thank you for the hat and mustache. What up, Fish?
Hey, man.
What's going on? Are you there?
Listen, I live actually Northwest Florida, dude.
Okay.
And Eglin Air Force Base is like literally across, like, we live on a peninsula. They've been practicing, dude. When they do this shit, something's happening, dude. Just saying. I think it's a fake pump.
There's been a lot of mobilization happening. The airport
No, you can,
where I'm at,
dude. They've
there's
been bombing
Black
all
Hawks
night.
coming in like crazy. There's been a ton of. Hold on, let me mute you real quick. There's been a ton of sonic booms that have been happening from all the jets flying. Yeah, there's a lot going on, man, with that. I think I unmuted you. Maybe. Yeah, there's always action by air bases, but there's been more. Revolution says the sonic booms where I live are bad and the military on private bases. You can turn your mic on, Fishfinity, if you like. So I've actually been seeing a lot of activity as well here in California. It's going down. It's happening, right? Hello, Bellstar. Good to see you. That's my thing. Every time I go into all the chats, I say, "Hey, family," because you're all my family. You guys are awesome, and you guys are my community. You guys are my family, and I'm glad to have you all here. So since we're on that subject, let's talk about it. U.S. official says Greenland action could come within weeks or months. Next step on Greenland could come as soon as a few weeks, as U.S. official tells USA Today in an exclusive interview.
There he is. I figured it out, brother. I'm just saying, like, we live near Eglin Air Force Base, you know? And I appreciate all you do, but there's something happening, dude. Because usually when they practice over here, something's going to happen. So, just, I appreciate everything you've done for me, dude. Like, emotionally, crypto, all that stuff, man. Because you're right. Last night's show was incredible. Like, I literally wish that everybody in the world could have seen that.
Well, they can.
Because it's true. Yeah, it's true.
It's on YouTube.
Yes, sir. And like, I know, because they've been bombing or practicing, I should say. And it's like, we live on a peninsula, and like, they have all the tanks, like the fake tanks and all that stuff. But I'm telling you, dude, something is coming.
Oh, I know something's coming. It's been coming. World War III.
Yeah. And I think you're right, dude. Because we're actually the home of the Blue Angels, dude. Like, I fish, and we catch like big redfish and snapper and wahoos and all that stuff. And it's like, the angels are flying, but like, they're like the show. They still actually like practice here, right? And they've been practicing, like, I hear them right now as we speak. So
Yeah, lower your volume a little bit because it echoes when I speak.
You good?
Yeah, how's that? Or if you have headphones, put them in.
Is that better?
It's a little bit better.
It's probably because I got my sound bar, because I'm bumping music, lighting off fireworks, bro. You know, I'm a good guy.
Generally on a panel, you want to use your phone as your audio. Otherwise, it's gonna just reverberate.
Is that better?
Oh, much better. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now we can actually have a conversation.
Yes, sir.
So, I've been saying it for a while, man. World War III is knocking at our door. Honestly, I think we're already in it. The history books are going to basically refer to these times as part of all of it, you know. And that's one thing that people don't understand is that, you know, you read about a war in the history books and it seems like it's all happening all at once, but there's like years, stretches of time where nothing happens, you know, but that all these different little things that happen all lumped together as this is what it was.
It's like we live like we literally live on a peninsula, and you can watch them and the bay where I fish every day. I'm always there, and tonight you can hear them. They're practicing right now as we speak,
Yeah,
and
I
it
believe it.
shakes it. It's not like a railroad track. Like, they're actually literally practicing. Like if you look up Eglin Air Force Base, it's the most beautiful place ever. In the summer, in the spring, like you can actually like we swim there and stuff, you know, like it's sort of like a hidden secret to what we do.
Are
And you
the
know,
bombers dropping bombs right now or
yeah,
mortars going
no, they're
off?
practicing. Yeah, they're practicing right now as we speak.
And
Because we had
usually
nothing
that's like
but
a
mortars
display,
and
right? They're
giant shelling at Fort Ord. The whole peninsula would shake.
Yep, that's. I mean, we have like the Blue Angels are a home, you know, like that's our big deal here, and we love them. Like, but
yeah, I'm hearing sonic booms constantly throughout the day and the night. It's the jets flying over, and it's just like one after another because they travel in packs, right? So it's like boom, 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 and like everything shakes. It's crazy.
On some level, it should be kind of
last night was
comforting.
so awesome, dude. I mean, I don't mean to interrupt. Like, I don't talk much. Trust me, I don't. But I do follow both of you guys. You know, it's awesome. I love y'all, man.
Hey, we love you too, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, without the viewers, I'm just a crazy guy in a padded room talking to the wall.
No,
So
no, you're not. No, I think you're one of the smartest people. You know, like, and it's cool that you educate people. Like, I have friends. I'm trying to be like, yo, dude. Like, if you don't know, then you never know, right?
right.
Just
So Oski, the video I want you to watch, it's this one right here. Okay. It's the latest video I uploaded to TikTok. So I want all of you to go to the latest video on TikTok, like it, leave a comment, press all the buttons, but make sure you watch it all the way through and then like it, right? You don't want to just open it up and like it. That's actually really bad for the algorithm. You want to watch it and then like it. All right? And make sure you leave a comment. Let it play. But yeah, that's all I'm asking for today is a little bit of engagement on my latest video to bring more people in, because what happens is that video gets engagement because it's my newest video I just pushed out, and then you guys like it, comment on it, and then the algorithm says, okay, we push it out into the algorithm and I'm live, so it shows that I'm live when it goes out. So then people will click on it and come in and see what we're doing here and actually join in on the show. So that's the goal that we're trying to reach. And it seems to be working, but today I forgot to do it. So you guys got to be a part of it. So we're on the live when we made
Are
the
we
video.
still supposed to write more than 5 words when we comment?
Yes, that's the best that you can do. And it's actually for
like
your
the shirt,
algorithm
bro.
as well.
I like this shirt, but I'm just saying, it's cool.
This shirt?
Yeah, I'd rock that shit.
Yeah, I like it too. It's
like
clean.
it, dude. It's cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And like I said, dude, I'm not like a vocal, but you know, like I love like Be the Change and Caveman Fantasy and all that, man. But I appreciate you. You saved me. When you said XRP and all that stuff, like when it was gonna drop, like you saved me a bunch. So I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
And everybody was like, oh, it can only go up, guys. I'm like, no, it can't.
I'm a believer
Yeah.
in the technology. Trust me.
I
It's
appreciate
like,
that, man.
yeah, I do appreciate you. 'Cause that's awesome, dude. not many people would tell you the truth, and that's the thing. So it's
Yeah,
cool what you do, bro.
we actually helped a lot of people last year with XRP. A lot of people didn't listen, and we'll be able to help them in the future, but they're starting to realize and see, like, dang, Oz was right. Oz was right all year long. Everything I would say would just happen. So eventually it's got to get through some. Even the people with the thickest skulls are starting to realize, like, maybe this guy knows something. Maybe he's seen something. Maybe he's got our best interest at heart.
Not all XRP commanders can tell their soldiers to retreat and regroup.
Yeah.
And it's just, like I'm trying to like broaden my horizons, like for example, like I know silver is gonna retrace, eventually. So I took out like a little bit of profit today when it was in the green, and I'm gonna leave the other stuff just in case. But if that does happen, then I'm just gonna like hold silver in person because I was smart enough when I was a kid to have like 5, 6 ounces. It's not much, but I'm proud of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See,
That
for
feels
me, I
good.
like holding silver, like real
Or like
silver.
rare coins. Like I actually own like 1865, which is cool as hell. Like,
Yeah.
can you imagine the history on that? It's not a PSA 70 or whatever, but it's like 68. So it's good enough for me. For that, 1868, dude. That's so cool. You can imagine like where that history like was. Maybe in the future it might be worth something, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's worth something now, right? So it can only go up pretty much with inflation. It has to go up. But I'll tell you this, if the world goes cashless, the resistance will run on change. Not paper money, but coins. And I say it will run on change, right? Because it kind of sounds cool, right? Change, be the change, whatever kind of idea. But it will run on coin. People will trade and transact with coins in the background. And I believe that that's why they're pumping the price of precious metals, like copper is going up, zinc is going up. That's what they make change out of right now. Coins are made out of copper and zinc.
There'll
Okay.
be black market barter system like you wouldn't believe, and Oz is right. There will be change as a commodity.
Exactly. And so, like, what I'm doing right now is the market is a bit unstable, unpredictable. Even the stock market is at like all time highs. So I'm sidelined, right? And I'm holding cash, but we're all like, oh my God, I don't want to hold cash because of inflation. So I'm buying change. I'm literally taking 20s and hundreds and I'm buying rolls of whatever. I'm looking for silver. I'm looking for copper, right? But either way, I still have the value. There's really no loss in doing this right now by taking your paper money and exchanging it into coins and looking for silver or collectible coins. There's no
It's
risk
funny.
involved whatsoever because change is
Uh,
still accepted.
when I was growing up, like I was a bank teller, and I was like switching out the pre 1964 for the silver. I didn't find many. I might have found more like at Wendy's or whatever, but now it's hard to find.
Well, even
And
the
six of those,
bicentennial is silver.
yes, but I'm saying like the quarters, like six of them. Like everyone would be like, "Oh, it's $1.50." No, it's actually worth 89, whatever it is now.
Right.
In Japan, it's like 110. Like, so when I
You
was
got to find
younger,
an old person's piggy bank, like when they die, and then go through their coins.
I buy
I hate to
classic
say that,
cars
but
and I remove the seats and I look under the seats for change.
yep.
And I find it. I find coins from the 50s and earlier.
Washing machines and dryers, don't forget to check them.
I know, and that's where the laundry like market came up. Like those guys are fucking killing it right now. I thought, for
You
sure.
know what?
See,
I go to the laundromat and I exchange dollars for quarters, and I find silver coins in there because people just gather up their change and they take them to the laundromat and they put them in the machines, right, to make them work. Then the people that work at the laundromat take those coins and put them in the coin changing machines, and it like cycles through, right? So that's how you find a lot, is just go in and change out, 50 or $100 in quarters, and you're going to find some silver. And then you still have your quarters that are worth something. You can spend
A
it.
lot of people got that idea during the Rona because they had nothing to do.
But you
During
know what's
when?
funny though? I was like, I don't know, like about like the whole like Marvel stuff. Like I don't know if you like know about collectibles and shit like that, but
I do.
there's like a huge thing like coming up in our area tomorrow, and like I have like autographs, like, and I'm to the point where I'm just like, I'm just gonna get rid of them. They're just sitting there, right? I don't know if they're gonna pay like what they should pay because it's like the Cowboys, like back in the day, like Troy Aikman, Michael Irving, Emmett Smith. And it's like
Deion
I was a
Sanders.
kid. Yes, but I was a kid and I bought that shit at $600. And long story short, like just getting like the playing cards, and I looked at them, and there's an app where like I literally was like scanning them just to see what they could potentially be worth. It's like some of them were like $80, dude, because they don't make them anymore,
Right.
right? So it's like now it's like I want to freaking do that, and then when silver drops, get some silver, get more crypto, and then we'll see where it goes from there. But
I used
I
to
think
be
that
in a Boy Scouts thing. It was Christian based Boy Scouts. It was called Royal Rangers. And my dad was the commander for our scout or our group, right? Our outpost is what it was called. And we would go to these things like powwows and like campouts. And every campout they would have where they would do like a raffle, and I would win something like every time, and it was always like sports stuff. Like I won, like a Kobe Bryant autograph basketball. I won Deion Sanders rookie card autographed with a plaque, like tons of stuff like that. And I've had all that for years since I was a kid. You see, I got my baseball right here still.
yeah, it's cool, man. Like
Remember this
even
from
though
back in the day, guys?
tomorrow's my day for that baseball is like tomorrow my day. Like I'm getting rid of it, but if they don't answer a good call, right? Like I paid $600 for it when I was a kid, and I'm wondering, like maybe like three autographs might be worth 300 each, but I looked it up on the Dallas Cowboy website, and it was like 1,800, and it was like not even as nice as the one I had. So it's like if they really try to screw me off, dude, like I'm not gonna do it, right? Just start an eBay store, like
Dude, one
so.
time, um, it's called Crypto Arena now, but it was called Staples Center back then. Um, I was working a Laker game, and I had a Shaquille O'Neal rookie card from college, and I got him to sign it. Now they're worth like $38,000,
Mhm.
and that was like years
This
ago
like
that I checked that price. It could be more.
for us, like this was like the triple, like the dream team is what they called it, right? And it was $600 when I was like 14 years old, bro. So, like I said, like I'm glad I looked it up to see. Like, I'm not trying to get ripped off, obviously, but do you want to get rid of it? And tomorrow's the day, so we'll see how that pans out. But
I have a ton of
I'm
stuff
hoping.
that is like sports memorabilia that I've collected over the years from working. I've thought about offloading it. I just don't know where to take it. Because, like, I mean, some of the things I have are like a 40-foot by 20-foot banner that says 2022 All-Star Game for baseball, MLB All-Star Game. Stuff like that. And it's like there's like a little tag on the corner that says like its size, and it has like MLB official whatever on it, and it says like 1 of 3 on it. But I don't even know where I would take something like that.
I just got something in the mail, dude, where it was like they literally were like, "Oh well, I'm actually in Northwest Florida," but they're like, "Oh well, we're gonna buy gold, silver, obviously, but autographs and all that stuff." So I was like, you know what? Like, it's just sitting there in the closet. Like, it matters to me personally, but really, like, if it's gonna go down, like, might as well take advantage of it now, right? So I'm going for it, man. We'll see. But I'm glad that I looked it up. Like, it's the Cowboys, man. Like, I'm not a Cowboys fan, bro. I'm a Giants fan. So you can imagine.
Yeah,
But
might
I
as well
did
get rid of
own
it.
this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not a Cowboys
see.
fan. Anything with a
No.
Cowboys logo on it, I can't even touch it. I have to grab a rag to move it.
No.
Yeah,
Because we do sports bets and all that stuff. We do good, but at the end of the day, like it's just been sitting in the closet, right? It's like right now, like it would be nice if like I can get appreciation of it because it was like 20 years ago, right? But we'll see.
yeah. Meet Damon. Yes, I am reading the chat, but sometimes when I'm having like a conversation, I'll take a. I'll be in the middle of a conversation, so I don't message or respond to things right away. So if there is something that you put in the chat earlier that you want me to address, now would be the time. Go ahead and let's talk about it. I would like to see if we can get a decent panel going on like we did yesterday, man. Yesterday's panel was ridiculous. I see you there, buddy. I see you there, Meet Damon. I saw you there a while ago. I'm reading it, but I'm just not acknowledging it when I'm in the middle of a conversation. And if I see something that's just like, oh, we got to talk about this, then I'll say it. But in the meantime, everybody smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends, follow me on all platforms at Oz the Crypto Goat. Become a super fan, guys. Becoming a super fan is one of the best things that you can do to help me with the show, and also becoming a subscriber. But super fan, it's like sending a heart me with a galaxy every time you come into the live without having to send it, right? So, and don't forget to send the heart me's or whatever. It's 1 penny, you know. AB Ryder, what's up? I see you in the chat. What's going on? Long time no see.
Where do you guys live at, dude?
What?
Where do you guys live at? Where you
Earth.
at?
I live on Earth,
No, of course. But
Southern
in the
California.
States. Okay.
And I'm in the Monterey Bay, California.
Ron says, "What crypto is your goat?" Probably Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin's the goat as of right now. It is the greatest of all time as far as we know. So I would say Bitcoin, right?
For me, it's Litecoin.
Litecoin.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I would say the future goat is that's probably the question you're asking me. What is the future goat of crypto? And the answer to that would be nobody knows. No one knows. Anybody that tells you otherwise has no idea what they're talking about. Everything is speculative. Ace says space and time. Space and time is probably my goat as far as like the next cycle, what to be accumulating, right? That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. And Wendy O said it herself. The next narrative will be privacy and security. Midnight, you know, anything privacy and security related is going to be big the next cycle. You just need to be accumulating those now.
She's a smart woman, Wendy O. I kind of crush on, that big brain of hers.
Yeah, she's smart. She kind
Smart.
of
She's
she's
done her
evolved.
research.
You know, when she first started out, it was a little bit more shilling XRP stuff, and she's broken away from that and become more like news, kind of like what I do. And
Yeah, I love her news content.
yeah, I
You know what I've
recently
realized, though, is
been in
that
talks
when
with her
Litecoin-
and Crypto Mason about the Boozman Booker draft. And I actually talked with Mason today about the Boozman Booker draft. He'd never even heard of it, you know. Wendy'd never even heard of it. Wendy's moderator was on the show here a few days ago, and he'd never heard of it. And so, like,
Wow.
right. So we are spreading the information. It is getting out there. And I realized that, like, I'm not going to blow up from this information, but it's prudent to what we're trying to do. So I'm reaching out to the major content creators with massive followings and giving them the information, letting them dig into it so that they have some content. Because I tell you what, as a content creator, especially on a day like today where there's not a lot of news, not a lot happening, people are hungry for new information, something new to talk about, right? So that's the idea, is to give it to them, let them look into it, and then they can spread the word and spread the information. But we had talked about Wendy O. So, you know, Callie Crypto from Stand With Crypto? They came on the show. That is Wendy O's moderator manager for her show. Crypto Rap, what's up, bro? How you doing, buddy?
Though, it's like when Litecoin gets above $100, all coins pump. I've noticed that. I've owned it, I flipped it, but in my opinion, like something about Litecoin, it's like an indicator that people don't really realize.
That is the indicator that alt season has started. And we talked about that last year. Right?
And I'm actually new, so
Okay.
don't say I'm not. But you know what I'm
So-
saying? Like, realized it, and I just trying to be smart with utilities and all that stuff. But I've noticed that, like, when Litecoin goes above like 90s and stuff, like, but with the Iran stuff, who knows, right?
Hey guys, Crypto Rap is in the chat. If you like to trade
Okay.
meme coins, that's the guy to follow. So those of you that are into the meme coin scene,
We got a great.
hit up Crypto Rap. Oh, what's the girl's name that was in your live the other day, Rap? I was in her live today, and we were actually discussing her coming on the show, possibly. I forget what her name was. She's was live earlier. I sent her a DM anyway. So maybe we'll get her on the show. That'll be awesome. I'm excited to get new talent on here. Also, the CEO for Wi-Fi is going to be coming on the technical analysis class and teaching us a new class. We're going to be learning a little bit more on macroeconomics. He's retired from, he was a hedge fund manager. Okay. And he is helping me with teaching macroeconomics in our TA class and macroeconomics class that we have. So he's coming on next Wednesday, not tomorrow, but the following Wednesday. And also he will be coming back on the show, not soon, but they're working on a new project, and as soon as it's released, they're going to come out and tell us all about it. So Steven is great. He's the one that we did a giveaway and gave away a bunch of money. I gave out $100. We had a spin the wheel kind of thing. I want to do another one of those. I want to do another giveaway soon. Who wants a giveaway? Put it in the chat if you want to receive free money from the GOAT. If you want to see me give away, put a W in the chat if you want a free giveaway. I'm thinking like $100 or something like that, you know. Maybe we'll do a couple different. Maybe we'll do TikTok seller says I'll donate to the pot. Revolution says I like to get paid. W's in the chat if you want another free giveaway where I give away money. I'm not even going to give away stable coins or anything. I'm going to Cash App or Venmo or PayPal you. I'm just going to send you digital money instead of fake internet money. Real money, right? D's Filthy Streets says, hey guys, new here. Welcome. Glad to have you with us. Welcome to the chat. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody smash the like button. Share the show out with everyone you know. XRP is indeed going to 10K.
I wish.
Interesting. I would like for you to explain to me how, though. Why don't you come up here? I'm going to send you an invite and let's talk about it. Because if I'm wrong, please tell me wrong because I want to believe. I want to believe so badly. Explain to me how or why or what is it that's going to do that. And shit, I'll buy some right now if you can convince me. I'll do a live trade on here. I'll buy like $100,000 worth of XRP if you can convince me that it's going to 10K. And I'll hodl the shit out of it. Like, because I'm going to make money.
Cool. What's cool about you, Oz, is that you're the realist, right? You're real with people. A lot of people are opium or shit. I felt in that shit, dude. I'm telling you. You're real. You know. It's about utility, right? It's not saying like it's not gonna appreciate, but you have to be realistic too. Like,
I'll tell you
if
this.
it goes intended, awesome. But
you know,
you never know.
XRP can have all the utility, use case, quadrillions of dollars flowing through the ledger, and that still does not equal higher price. XRP gets its value from the people that hold it, not from money that flows through it, not from the partnerships it has. Obviously, those things create hopium, which gets people to buy, which makes the price go up a little bit, but it will always come back down because as soon as those people buy it, Ripple sells it. So make it make sense to me. Make it make sense how it could possibly hit 100K.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not gonna go up, but you know, it's opium, dude. Like, come on, guys. There's other shit out there that you can make money on. Not meme coins. I'm just saying. I'm not a fan of those.
Low
Like
caps.
gold.
This is a high market cap coin, right? You can make more money in investing in something that's a lower market cap coin. You know? D's Filthy Street says, why is the host lying? Dude, I think you should just continue to work at McDonald's, bro. Lock in or clock in. If you're believing hopium and you're just running down through TikTok and letting everybody do your homework for you, you're going to get wrecked anyway. So you better just continue working at McDonald's, bro. Because I'm telling you right now, unless you do your homework and you educate yourself in what is happening in crypto, you're going to get wrecked. Oz, he's starting his McDonald's shift right now. He can't join the panel. I know. You know what? Don't quit your day job, bro. As for me, I quit my day job. And it wasn't even a job. It was a career. I was an audio video engineer making over $100 an hour. And now I'm retired. and I just hang out in my little studio here and I teach y'all how to get rich with crypto. Or how to not get wrecked with crypto. Maybe not how to get rich. You got to figure that for yourself. Run Up, what's going on, brother? Run Up. That's my boy right there. Let's see if we can get Run Up to come up here. Run Up, come talk to me, bro. Are you still convinced that there's no World War III, bro? Or were we able to convince you? I want to know. I want to know what the conclusion was after yesterday. After you slept on the information, where are you at now? Come on, Run Up. I need you, my boy. D's Filthy Streets says, I have 6 jobs and I make more than $100 an hour. Sad. That's so sad. I feel bad for you, bro. Well, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Was good, Oz.
We chilling,
Doing
bro.
good. How about
So
yourself?
tell me, bro. Were we able to get through to you, or are you still on the same train? Where you at? After everything we discussed yesterday, did any of it change your mind? Anything happen?
Everything.
Go ahead.
No, nothing stuck. Everything just went through one ear and out the other. And hey, Bell and Fish.
Wait, what was that?
No, I said nothing stuck. Like everything just went in one ear and out the other.
So that leaves you where? You think
Welcome.
everything's business as usual? Nothing's changing?
Well, I think things are great right now. In terms of geopolitical uncertainty, I think there's less civil unrest than at any other point in history. Like Trump just ended what is it, like 8 wars, and there should be a 9th coming soon. Once they could close a deal between Russia and Ukraine.
Honestly, it seems like what Trump's trying to do is peace through strength, right? Where if we can be really strong as a country, we can create peace that way, right? And that's kind of what I'm seeing. And so, like, we look at the Greenland deal, right? So official says Greenland action could come within weeks or months, right? The U.S. needs Greenland because if we don't take Greenland, Russia or China will. It's strategic. It just has to happen, right? So the U.S. is offering a deal. And that's kind of what I think we saw with Venezuela, with Maduro. We didn't have to send in SEAL Team 6 and do a bunch of whatever. It was very quick and easy. So honestly, I think they made a deal with Maduro. And I think we're going to see more of that.
I don't know.
What was that? 100 people died? Okay, maybe I'm wrong with that. Never in my life.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's
The weapons they used, like, classified. They're like bleeding through the nose and shit, dude. I'm telling you. We lost, we didn't lose anybody, but they lost everybody, right?
And you know what? China's new detection system didn't even pick it up.
They're all Cubans. Like, Cuban defenders, like, we were the next. In my opinion, Greenland.
Yeah, there was slightly over 100-something casualties. There was 2 American soldiers that got hit, but both are in stable condition. So we suffered 0 casualties. The death toll in the Iranian protest has gone up, but it's still nothing compared to nearly over 1 million people, over 1 million casualties during the Arab Spring. I think right now it's around like 2,000 people in Iran, and you know that number is only going up.
Yeah, and I think the media kind of like pushes things to make them look worse than they are. Like, look at what they did with I think it was Gaza, They were cleaning up rubble, and this lady had this gigantic boulder of concrete that she was just like moving like so easily, like handing to somebody. So it was obviously like styrofoam, and like people were like pointing that out. It doesn't mean that something didn't happen there, but I think the media tends to play things up to make them look a lot worse than they are.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
Yeah, most of these.
I think you're onto a little
No,
something.
go ahead, Oz.
Just what I was saying is like I think you're onto a little something. I think we're both right, and we had said this before. Is like all this has been happening, and we're just all seeing it now. And now that we're all seeing it, they're kind of at the same time playing it up because everybody's seeing it to make it worse than it really is because it's clickbait. At the same time, it doesn't mean nothing's happening. You know what I mean? I still think things are
Now,
happening.
there's definitely stuff happening, but there's always something happening.
Exactly. There's always something happening. We just actually know about it now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ace, what's up, brother? How you doing?
What's going on, Oz? How you doing?
Hey, so I seen you in the chat. You said we're in World War III right now. Why do you think that?
I mean, they've been bombing like crazy. I just think shit's going down right now. I mean,
Like, who is bombing who?
I mean, the U.S. definitely bombed Iran.
Last year, right?
Facilities.
Yeah, last year.
Hey, I got a rabbit hole for you guys. So you know how they bombed the nuclear facilities, right?
Yeah.
But you know what else they found in Iran recently around that time was rare earth minerals, right? What if it was all a mining operation and it was a way to dig deeper? So they drop some bunker busters so they can go in and take out all the material.
I could see that.
What do you think?
I mean, but Iran hasn't opened up their economy to the U.S.
that we know of.
So it would have
Who
to
knows?
be if we are.
What if they're all in cahoots? What if it's all just a charade?
We got lithium from Afghanistan and Iraq. Why? And all of a sudden, like, every kid is, like, driving bikes that are lithium enabled. Come on, bro.
I mean, all these electric cars
Yeah,
use
exactly.
lithium batteries.
It's all about minerals.
Look what happened in North Carolina when they found that lithium.
Yep, no doubt.
Got flooded.
You're not stupid.
Yeah, I mean, it's about the critical metals, but in particular, rare earth minerals.
They do it everywhere, though. Jamaica.
Lost Yankees says, seems to me that XRP is a liquidity backing mechanism as a cross-border payments going up. XRP will be used to settle third world payments where all the different currencies are hard to set. Run up. What do you think?
I don't really want to talk about XRP.
I knew it.
Oh man, that was as good as that conversation could have gone, man.
We all need a day off sometimes.
Yeah, I get it, bro. I get it. I don't even want to argue with them at all about it either, man. I'm just so tired of trying to wake up the XRP people. It's crazy nonsense to me at this point. I'm just like, come on. Can we move on?
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, the only way I get engagement is with this up on the screen. Otherwise, it wouldn't even be here.
Yeah, but I just want to say that what took place with Iran is not anything new. It was, I forgot exactly when, but years ago, like, we assassinated Soleimani, and Iran sent missiles or bombed U.S. Military bases, just like they did after we bombed the bunker busters. They had sent some missiles towards some of our military bases in Qatar. So this has been happening.
But it's not the people. It's the actual like rulers, dude. They're done. That's my
Uh-huh.
opinion. They're done. He's going after the rulers, not the people. He's going after the rulers, just like Venezuela, right? Same shit. It's happening.
I think
Going
it's
for the
regime
oil.
change. You know,
They're gonna make but they're gonna make like our hemisphere, like Brazil, all them. Like the NFL is going in there. Why? They're trying to like be like, oh, like they broadcast the NFL, dude. It's not football, but to them it's football, right? Think about that. They're literally gonna just like just it's our hemisphere, dude. Just cut it.
Yeah, but the NFL also hosted games in London and Mexico. It's not just Brazil.
No, Mexico is a totally different animal, but yeah.
But it's just the NFL wanting to expand their fan base,
Who they do?
their audience.
The cartels run that shit, dude. They've been running it. And he knows it. I don't know what's gonna happen with that, but Cuba, Greenland, Venezuela, obviously, and then we'll see. You know, but it's my theory.
I mean, Greenland is on our side of the hemisphere,
Yeah,
but I doubt that we will take any action. I think it's more rhetoric. Um, I think it's mostly just talk because we were saying the same thing about Canada, and I think with enough time that it'll just come to pass. I don't think
I don't
nothing
think
is
so.
really going to happen
I
with
think we need Greenland strategically.
yes.
I think we have military bases that we built there during World War II. And did you know that Revolution, if you're in the chat, if you could look this up for me, there's like a certain number of nuclear missiles that are missing. And I believe that several of them are there in those nuclear bases. And so we got to get our hands on them again. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Obviously, that's just speculation. But there's a strategy to having Greenland. And if we don't have Greenland, then Russia or China will. That's what it really boils down to.
And because of like the
now Russia and China wouldn't dare invade Greenland because it's protected by
they're
NATO.
around it, dude. It's just like us selling like Russia. Remember in the back in the days, dude, we weren't alive. Russia sold Alaska to us, and they hate themselves for that shit. Why? Money, oil. So now that like supposedly like everything's melting, right? That's crazy. The amount of
Everybody,
money.
smash
in
that
life.
like
really
button,
don't have any
subscribe
right.
to the channel, share the show with your friends, follow me on all platforms at Oz the Crypto Goat. We've got Fan Jam in the chat. What's going on, Fan Jam? How you doing, buddy?
What's up, buddy?
Just want to give you
What's
a
up,
little
Run Up?
introduction.
Yeah, what's good, Fan Jam?
Belsar, how you doing? Fish. Cieto.
Welcome. I'm doing great. How about yourself, Fam Jam?
Doing well.
Going on.
Just hoping to contribute to the conversation here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we really don't have any right to Greenland.
I would agree with Run Up. I would agree with Run Up 100%. I know our current leader says they had a boat 500 years ago, but we had a boat here less than 500 years ago. And we decided to take this entire country. So we have no right to take that country because the boat showed up there 500 years ago. That's not an argument that he should be stating.
I think you're right at the same time, if we are going into World War III, it's something that we need to have strategically.
Yeah, for sure.
For a base,
Well,
for
I
for
would argue
bombers.
that I'd argue we wouldn't be going into World War III if he wasn't antagonizing the rest of the world.
You know, the question I
Wait,
have is what rare earth minerals does Greenland have? There's your answer.
A
well,
lot.
it's the same bullshit you could argue for the Ukraine, and the same and I'm not discounting the fact that the leader of Venezuela shouldn't have been removed from there, but it doesn't mean that we own Venezuela or should be running Venezuela. They have a vice president just like we do. So if some country decided they wanted to take the United States and they kidnapped Donald Trump and JD Vance was in charge of the fucking country, what in the world would you say?
I would say bring it. 'Cause that would happen, bro. In my
I
opinion.
mean, do you get my point though? Like
Yeah, I
we
get what
can't
you're saying.
we can't go around the world saying, "Oh, we're going to do this," while ostracizing the rest of the world. And
Trying to save the dollar, bro.
But we are doing it because they're definitely going to take all that oil from Venezuela. That's just facts.
but let's think about this in a macro perspective. If you were to continue on this path that we're continuing down, every single country that we have normally been allies with is, and I know people in the US because I've lived outside the US. I have spent many, many years living outside the US and living in the US. All of these countries are saying, you know what? We're going to start shutting down your bases. We're going to start shutting down everything else and saying, get the fuck out of here because we don't want to deal with you anymore. We're building China's economy. We've already built it 5% this year in what we're doing by what we thought were tariffs that were going to make China fall. But now China's gotten in with Europe, gotten in with Asia, like Southern Asia, gotten in with Russia, gotten in with everybody else. We're building their economy by taking detriment to our own economy. And we have taken years and decades and decades of allies that we've had, almost a century of allies, pushed them away. And now they are contemplating saying, we're going to take all of your personnel that are in bases and send them home because we don't want your bases here anymore. So now we're losing ground in where we have American bases across global countries. For what? Because we have a guy that has a fucking dick complex? Like, this is stupid.
Dude, nuclear, like, I'm not saying World War III is going to get to that. I hope it doesn't. But I'm just saying, like, they don't understand, like, macroeconomics, bro. I'm telling you, like, it's all about the dollar. Like,
But what is the fucking dollar? The dollar is about to be fucking nothing.
I know that. I know that completely. Dude, trust me, I know. But I'm saying, like, if you look at it like that, it's sort of like, what the heck? Like, they're trying to. I know what you're saying. You know, like, you
They
want
want to
your
keep the
allies and
value
stuff.
of the dollar by
Yeah, but
taking
war
back control.
brings money to economies, dude.
But if you think about the dollar was the replacement for the gold standard based on oil, right? So you think you can continue that going forward with oil, but we have a surplus of oil across the world. And Venezuelan oil is just like oil that comes from the United States. It's hard to refine, it's hard to sell, and it's hard to utilize, which is why most countries don't utilize it, which is why the Middle East has such a great run on oil. Now, the oil in the Middle East has always been against the US dollar, but they will get rid of that very quickly because they don't necessarily need the dollar, which is why so many people are buying gold, silver, copper, uranium, and tungsten. because the next bet is against what needs to be used in phones, iPads, computers, Android phones, everything else like that, right? So where do you get that? That's the next shift, right? So there's Greenland, there's fucking Ukraine, there's everything else like that, right? So that's the war for that shit.
What I
But
believe, hold
you
on.
can't isolate yourself as a country and have every other country come against you and say, "Well, fuck it, we'll just keep it."
So
You have to make friends.
we moved from the gold standard to the oil standard, right? And just like you were saying, is there's an issue with the oil, right? And honestly, I think that they're going to be having new technology that's going to be rolled out. In 2020, Donald Trump signed the Release of Suppressed Technologies bill, which means all suppressed technology is to be released and implemented into society by 2025. So they're already rolling out this new tech. That's why we're seeing all these advancements and things come out. I believe that they have better batteries, better energy efficient ways to do things with electricity. And the future of everything will be AI. And we need rare earth minerals in order to build AI, build the infrastructure, build the robots that are going to run and do everything, right? So I think we're moving from the oil standard to the rare earth mineral standard.
The only other aside that I would say to that, Oz, is we had a very great opportunity with crypto to say, and I would not even pick any particular crypto from a ledger perspective and a offsite banking perspective to be able to make that the next gold standard. And we've missed it as a country because other countries have adopted it more than the United States has been able to adopt it. But on top of that, this isn't going to be a war of guns. This is going to be a war of technology. And we are so predisposed to being the toughest from our military and everything else like that, which I'm not putting that to the side. I'm just saying we are losing the economic battle.
I don't
I
think
would say we're
so.
losing.
I,
I'd say we're fighting it though.
I think the petrodollar is stronger than ever, despite that 50-year deal that we made with the Saudis ending. Like anyone that tried to challenge the petrodollar got removed from power. You saw that happen with Gaddafi. You saw the same thing happen with Saddam Hussein, and now you see it with Maduro. It's not about the oil, because many American companies don't even want to go to Venezuela to set up shop just because it's not the heavy crude oil that they have there is super expensive to extract and refine. And
Which is the
it's
same. Which
when we're
is the
talking
same in
about
Texas.
margins, that's,
It's the same in Texas. It's a
yeah,
very hard crude
yeah.
to
So
refine.
yeah, so Texas and Louisiana actually has 6 facilities to refine heavy crude. But we're allowing them to keep their production. We are just going to do the refining part. And Trump even said it himself that he's willing to export Venezuelan oil to both Russia and China. So it's not about us keeping the oil, it's about maintaining the petrodollar. That oil is still transacted in dollars, and it's stronger than ever. Over 80% of the oil trade is transacted in dollars still.
For now.
I agree with you. I don't discount that, but oil is at a surplus and will continue to be. But where we're distracted by oil, we're losing traction on currency and technology as it relates to the rest of the world. And what we're doing is creating allies that are no longer allies, and that's not a good thing economically. I mean, and I'll just give you a small example. 37% of FIFA tickets have been canceled. to the United States. Do you know what that does to every single fucking stadium where all that was being held? And I know that sounds minuscule, but it's a reflection of what's going on globally versus what
Is
we.
that World Cup soccer?
That's correct.
Sorry, my ignorance on that.
That's billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. In economy, as far as people going and staying in hotels, going out and eating, going out and touring, going out, all because they don't want to come here simply for the reason that it's been enacted that if you have any negative comments about our president on your social media, you'll be turned away. Turned away.
It's
Wait, are you
brainwashed.
saying we're no longer hosting the World Cup? Because
No,
I know we're
we're
supposed
hosting
to.
it. We're hosting it. But
Well,
37,000 tickets have already been canceled, and
So
they're
we're
continuing to
gatekeeping
do
it.
that. So
So we're gatekeeping it. We're saying if you say naughty words on the internet, you're not allowed to go to the World Cup.
you're
Is that
not
what you're
allowed
saying?
in. That was a policy put forward by our president as checks
I mean,
at when you come in from another country, they will search your social media, and if you have negative things to say about them, you're put back on a plane and you're leaving. That's policy.
George Orwell.
That's
that's like digital wallets to me, dude.
it's
I thought
dystopian.
I mean,
police.
we're also hosting the Olympics, and the Olympics is largely known as a net loss to a country. That's why a lot of countries don't want to host. Like it costs us more money than we actually get back. But because we're so wealthy as a nation, we could afford it. And you could argue the same for the World Cup.
You'd say the same thing for the United Nations building being in our New York.
Or the Federal Reserve building that costs like $3 billion. For real.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Or
Or
the
that
new
stupid
ballroom they're putting
fucking,
in at
or that stupid ballroom.
the ballroom at the White House
One, the
that they
difference
can't
is,
build
though,
because
dude,
it's physically
Well, it's not
impossible.
coming from taxpayers' dollars. It's coming
exactly.
from
That's what I'm saying.
donations.
He's
Now,
not
now,
putting
now, hold on.
it's not
I will
putting
agree with
tax
Run
dollars,
Up. That's
dude.
coming from donations, but
Yeah, I love that.
outside
That's
of
not a
that,
good thing,
Word was
guys.
from taxpayers,
Having
bro.
private
Trump is even
donations to fund
contributing his own money.
I don't
hold on,
pay
hold on,
tax.
hold on,
I
hold
don't
on.
pay taxes.
Having
so they can
governments
take my-
buildings, anything government, having private institutions or people funding it is the start of fascism. So fascism, the actual definition of it is the merger between the state and corporation. Okay? So when you have the corporation starting to fund the government, you now have fascism. We don't want that, guys.
Isn't that how taxes work?
I
No,
agree with
because the
Run Up on the fact
corporations
that
don't
that's
pay
not.
taxes right now.
I
Corporate,
agree with Run Up on the fact, and these are
How so?
private. These are private investors, so I will support what he's
do
saying here.
you
These are private
really
investors.
want
Now,
private
these private
investors to
investors.
be able
Elon
to
Musk
pull
just paid.
strings and manipulate the government?
No,
I mean,
but
Elon Musk just paid the largest tax bill in history.
And I'm not saying
The
that
top
these
because
one
he,
percent pays
He's about to
40%
be a
of the income
trillionaire.
tax.
Yeah, it's
The
hard.
top 1% pays 40% of the income tax. Those that are at the lower end of the socioeconomic ladder, they're actually taking more from the system than they contribute. So it's a net loss for the government.
the issue is at hand is this: is if private institutions can basically bribe our government, we have a problem. They can, because
I
don't
think it's
tell
the
me
other
that
day
they're
around.
not gonna do a tit for tat on that. There is something
No,
that
it's
they're
actually the
getting at.
other way around. States and cities bribe these big corporations with tax incentives so that they could set up shop in their city, in their jurisdiction, so they could reap the rewards.
that type of stuff I'm less concerned about I'm more concerned about the fact that when we've taken over another country, effectively,
It's the only fucking water.
our leader has said that he is now running that country, but also has said that all money will go into offshore accounts that he will solely control, not through the treasury.
No,
That's
that's
an
ridiculous.
issue. That's a fucking
It's
He never
issue.
said it's
imperialism.
going to offshore accounts.
That is okay.
He
Log
said that
into
the money will go back to Venezuelan citizens
of
along with
course,
reimbursing
of
American oil
course,
companies.
just like all the money that Doge saved was supposed to come back to us, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
good luck on that
and he
one.
also allowed Delcy Rodriguez, which is the vice president, who was elected under Maduro to be the sitting president.
No, actually, if you go on to Truth Social today, he declared himself the president of Venezuela, and she works for him. That's from his mouth
No, 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 no,
on
no,
No,
on.
no. That was something that he did tweet on True Social, but that's because someone edited the wiki page and he just reposted it. And he's not in complete
Rubio's the guy
control of
who
Okay.
his
did
True
it.
Social
Can you
account.
imagine?
right. That's one thing I want to explain here is like, remember, Donald Trump is not the one posting on Truth Social. Probably most of the time, maybe once in a while, it is him. Also, it's Truth Social. It's not an official, on the WhiteHouse.gov kind of
I
thing.
no,
Right?
I don't care if it's official. It's what people that are less in tune than the people that are on this panel or yourself or anybody else that are listening to. That's the fucking point. These people that follow this shit are looking at it and they're like, oh yeah, this guy is fucking the king. He's the dictator. He's this, he's that. And that's the difference between
I mean, he's neither a king nor a dictator, and he's
but
doing
No,
a lot of good
hold on.
for the
The
common man.
United States has had a king since like the Patriot Act was enacted. Ever since the executive branch can write law with executive order, we now have a king. That is a decree. It is an unconstitutional edict that is implemented by the president. Therefore, we have had a king in the United States for a very long time.
September 11th, brother. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Well, it was after that. It was like 2002, the
Bro,
Patriot
I've
Act,
seen
when it
with
was
my
passed.
own eyes. I live in New Jersey, dude. I seen that shit, and ever since that moment, dude, I watched them collapse. So, whatever, you know.
Welcome, Green Hornet.
I think one of the things that I would like as an American citizen is to try to get back to a point where we're not doing what we're doing now. We have set ourselves
Good
back
luck.
50 years.
Good
50
luck.
years
I would
plus.
disagree.
We're
Are
never,
you kidding?
we
I
never
think we
move
have
back. We
moved
always move
forward a
forward.
ton.
They get away with one
Like
little
we're
thing and then they
still
push
the world
harder.
superpower. The U.S. dollar is still the world reserve currency. We still have the strongest military. We still have the strongest economy.
I'm not speaking in terms of economics or in terms of where we at or where we think we're at as a global presence, because we're not there. But what I'm speaking in terms is of people of morality and integrity. And what's happening in the United States right now is
Gotcha.
not moral and has no integrity. And it is
Facts.
fucking disgusting.
How not? How not though?
Are you kidding me?
Trump is
Look,
doing
the
a lot.
better way. The better way. Let me ask y'all something on this. I think it's smart to, when someone makes a statement, try to think about what they mean, so you can try to be unbiased. So run up. You and I have a rapport, and I'm not coming at you or nothing. So what I would say is, what do you think he means? Like if you were to put
I mean,
yourself in his spot, on his frame of mind, and can you maybe just consider, like, what do you think the other side's intent is, and what do they mean. And I think if we can get back to that, that's the country we need to get back to, in
The
my
issue
opinion.
with
Because
that is Green Hornet is we are watching a movie. It's the same movie playing on one screen, but two different audiences watching two different movies. So it's the same movie playing, but this side sees one thing and this side sees another. And it's
Yeah.
created bifurcation. Everyone's watching the same movie, but they're all getting their own interpretation of what's happening.
that's what I mean, is like we gotta think about what the other side's intentions are truly, and stop listening to what people tell us, right? Stop being led, and like truly, for one thing, this is what I can tell you, like with trading the last year, I've probably met, through these socials, probably 400 or 500 people in these different groups. And what I can tell you is we're more alike than different, right? Or that we are more alike than different. And if we could just remove the noise, we'll get back to that. But this is what I like to play devil's advocate. Like, I think it's a little. I don't want to be disrespectful. I think it's a little. With the respect of Truth Social and the president, regardless if I think we got to be accountable and responsible. If we can't ask the president to be accountable and responsible, what comes out on his official Truth Social page, then what are we doing? Like, what conversation can we really have if we all can't agree that whatever comes out on someone's official social media page is them supporting it, regardless if they made the post or if it come from their official account? They are responsible for it, whoever that is. You know what I mean? And so we have to have a fundamental understanding to have a conversation. We can't. The rebuttal can't be, well, that's not him typing it. Well, it doesn't matter. It's he has ownership.
His
of it.
account, yeah.
Right.
It
Should
he
be
hasn't-
approved
so we have
or
to-
whatever. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
He signed off.
We have to have
Yeah, but if
we
you
have
follow
to,
his
we have
social
to,
media,
we have to have something. We have to. This is what I say. Do you think Trump has benefited from his social media?
Absolutely not.
I get.
right.
I guess I would say right underneath it says Venezuelan president. Underneath that it says 47th president of the United States. Underneath that it says 45th president of the United States. So at the top
but
of
if
it
you
it
follow-
says but
if you follow his social media pages,
he signed off on it. He signed off on it.
yeah, he might have signed off on it. But if you follow his social media pages, he posts a lot, and he's always like joking about things.
I know.
But
Maybe,
I don't think he jokes. I think he actually
means.
means those things when he says them.
He does mean it, but
I
he
don't
trolls.
give a
He trolls
fuck.
I'm not
people.
saying that he don't mean it, but
I don't give a fuck whether he means it or not. He's the
Let's-
free leader of the United States.
Let's
If he
remove
doesn't
the
agree,
motion,
if he
man.
doesn't
And there's-
agree with it, then he shouldn't have it on his fucking social media
He obviously
that he
agrees
created.
with it.
I'm not
His
saying he
own
don't agree
page
with
that he
it.
created.
yeah, but I don't
I
see
agree.
anything wrong with it. That's the thing.
You don't think? I mean, that's ultimately what the gentleman was saying. Run up is like, the morality is we don't care that the president of the
Yeah, but-
United
no,
States
but-
is supporting it. So that's the issue in this
Yeah, no,
country.
but
I
there's a
agree with that.
difference between
Listen,
rhetoric-
I agree. I like some of the stuff I can pick and choose, and I can tell you the good things from this administration to the last one and the one before and the two before that. Right? I truly am. I don't marry these people at all. I don't. They're not for us.
I don't fucking
Right?
like any of them.
I'm not married to these people. So, I don't know. I just think we should be able to remove emotion and talk about these people and what they've done. The problem
but
is,
listen,
I
go
think
ahead.
we should normalize
I'll mute up.
yeah,
prosecuting
but
politicians.
we shouldn't focus on the rhetoric. We should focus on policy. So let's
Okay,
talk about policy.
so-
Let's
all right,
let's talk
tell me
about
what
he's
tell
done.
me what policies Trump has put
Run
forward.
up. Yeah, run up. I mean,
And
He's
accomplished.
lowered. He's
No,
lowered drug
no. You
prices
said
through-
policy. You said policies. I
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
know
yeah,
what
that's
policy.
that's policy. That's policy. He
Honestly,
signed an
hold
executive
on.
order to
Yeah,
lower
run
Honestly,
drug
up. I
prices.
would
the
He
only
say-
also
real
I would say
policy
this,
that I
man.
have seen
Yeah, that's
Trump
the thing.
enforce is immigration. Everything else
Yeah,
has
there,
kind of
there's
been wish-washy, flip-floppy. The
policy
only
There's
thing we've seen
swamp.
is
No, but
deportation.
there hasn't been no flip flopping at all.
And he's been using his social media to run up his crypto bag for
What
sure.
happened to no tax on crypto?
no. I want to ask you, Run Up, what policy has Trump achieved that he polled on in getting elected that has happened? What policies? List them.
Listen, the
He
reality of
just
it is.
gave a
Go ahead.
he just
Policies.
gave farmers a $2.5 billion
Policies.
He also gave
Not
No,
what he
yeah,
gave.
that's
Policies.
policy.
that ain't
Nope.
policy, man.
Nope.
That's
No,
not. So
sir. That is not a
So
policy.
let's have a real conversation. Listen, in my view, I'll state my view, and then you state yours. Whoever wants to go next. My view is this: what did they prioritize? Right. You look at his first 100 days. You might want to say immigration, but they really didn't pass legislation for immigration. What did they pass? They passed the Genius Bill. They passed
They
the
no, they
didn't
passed the
even
one
pass
big
that.
beautiful bill, which
Listen,
which
hey,
gave
I said I'm
funding
gonna. This is
for
me. Hey, listen,
Hold on.
listen. In reality, I'm sorry. They focused on what did Congress focus on, right? What did we pass, right? We passed they're working on what they said is important was digital asset legislation. That's it. Like that's what they focused on. Now they signed a lot of executive orders. That ain't nothing. That don't mean anything.
That's not law.
That's not long standing. You know what I mean?
Temporary
So what
orders.
did they I know what they said, but what did they do? You say a lot of stuff. EOs don't matter at all, right? Pass something, create legislation, right? That's where the Democrats have.
that's what we're getting now.
Listen real quick, and I'll mute up. That's where the Democrats went out versus the Republicans, in my opinion, because Biden's administration, whether you like them or not, they passed legislation. They did. Regardless of what you want to believe, they did that. So that's what I want Trump and them to focus on. It's just like his first term. I like some of the stuff, but I didn't like what they focused on. I didn't like the tax. I did not like the tax. I liked some of it. I didn't like all of it. I don't like what they say because it don't match what they do when we're talking about policy and legislation. EOs is not policy,
not.
and I'll mute up.
He ran on deregulation and tax cuts, and that's exactly what we got. And we also got the Genius Act. Now we're getting the Clarity Act. He doesn't have absolute control. It's Congress that passes the legislation.
Run up. He definitely pressures Congress and the rest of society more than any politician that we've ever had.
But the Senate has the ability
I
to
understand how government
filibuster.
works.
Democrats have the ability
I
to
understand how
filibuster.
that works.
Let Run Up finish. Hold on.
I'm
Go ahead,
sorry.
Run Up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me mute up.
Go ahead, Run Up. The floor is yours.
Like let's talk about all the things that he did do. Let's talk about the legislation that was passed under his term. Like we got investment accounts for children. Like what else did he run on? Like no men and women's sports. Like we don't like he's still fighting that battle.
Okay, how does that
Everything
fucking
that
matter?
he says, like we got the cheapest gas prices in 5 years. Prices are down. Inflation is down. We had record high inflations under Biden.
Gas went up
Now it's
today.
at 2.6%. Our economy is extremely high right now. The Atlanta Fed projects that we'll see over 5% GDP growth, and that's real GDP adjusted for inflation. He also reduced our trade deficit, which was another thing that he ran on. And that's the reason why our GDP is high, because we're lowering our
Everything
imports.
everything you've mentioned is short-term stuff. We're talking about policy, so
It's
let's
not
have a
short-term.
policy.
I have a
Let's
We have
question.
the one big
Hold on,
beautiful bill
everybody.
that was
Everybody,
passed.
real quick. I have
There's
a
no
question.
tax on
Hold on,
tips,
hold on,
taxes,
hold on.
Social Security.
All
We're
right,
about to see the biggest tax refund ever.
all right, hold on. I think it's a little unfair to say what has he done because he's still got 3 more years. Okay, not much gets done right away. Most of it's fixing previous administration's executive orders and a lot of paperwork. But I will also say that basically the president has 18 months to get things done.
Well,
And
I would argue different. I would argue different. In most presidencies, yes, you are correct. In this presidency, a lot has been done, but not to the benefit of the
Yup,
United
facts.
States.
right, and we're,
Not to the
Nah,
benefit of
it's
the
to the
United and
benefit to Main Street
hold on, let
too.
him finish.
not to the benefit of the United States. And I'm not saying that economically, run up, because economically is different than a humanitarian or moral or
He's
integrity
ended 8
perspective.
wars. You're talking about wars that lasted decades.
In wars,
He's ended them.
wars. All right, now I will argue with you on wars because we're starting wars. The United States is starting
We're
World
not
War
starting no
III.
war. We're not about to start any war with Venezuela or Greenland
I give a
or
fuck about
Iran for that
Venezuela.
matter.
We are starting a
Like
war
we
with the
ended
rest
the
of the
war. We
fucking
ended
world.
the war between Thailand and Cambodia. We ended the war between India and Pakistan. We ended the war between Iran and Israel. We ended several wars
Iran, we're
in
about to
Africa
fucking bomb
with
Iran.
Congo and
What the fuck you
Rwanda.
talking about? We're getting ready
We
to bomb
bombed their
Iran.
nuclear facilities. It was
Hey,
Iran
dude,
that it was missiles flying both ways from both Iran and Israel. All we did was use the buster bombers on the nuclear facilities.
okay, so
Like,
let me put it this way.
we accomplished our goal with the most minimal damage,
Okay, so
with the least casualty.
let me put this forward to you. So we spend over $6 billion a year on Israel, a place the size of fucking New Jersey, where they have healthcare covered, they also have education covered, they also have everything under the world covered because we pay for that through our tax dollars. Meanwhile, in the United
Yeah, and we
States,
should
have
because we
nothing.
need
Why
an
should we?
ally. We need a presence in the
Why do
Middle
we need
East.
why do we need an ally in the Middle East that's the size of fucking New Jersey when we have allies the size of Saudi and the United Arab Emirates? Fuck Israel. They can suck a fucking dick. Like they don't need shit from us. They just
I mean,
get money from us. What the fuck? Who gives a fuck about Israel? Like they're
I'm
the
tired
size
of
of fucking
giving-
New Jersey.
You know what? I'm
I
tired
don't
of
want to.
us
I don't want to
giving-
fucking pay my money.
Hold on. I'm
To
tired
them.
of us giving money to other
They're
countries.
they're
period.
they're not a strong
For-
ally.
And with nothing in return. Like what are we getting in return for all that
Nothing.
we give out? And that's
Absolutely nothing.
what I'm saying is like we need to stop it until we have free healthcare and free college and all the free stuff that all these other countries are getting. We need to stop sending them money because literally everything that we send out of this country could fund those things.
Absolutely.
Can I?
Yeah,
can I
and that's
say,
what Trump has done. If we're talking about policy,
hold on.
Trump has significantly reduced USAID spending.
Dude, let people finish their conversation before you jump in gung ho. Let people finish talking, okay? Can you do that? That'd be
Hi,
great.
Revolution.
He's,
So Revolution
I'm
is our
gonna
moderator
say
here.
goodbye real quick, guys. I gotta go. Oz, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you always letting me up.
Absolutely.
I gotta get up early. I appreciate you, guys. Run Up is a good dude. So if y'all don't know him,
No,
Run Up is a great dude.
dude,
He's a good dude,
I
so
love Run Up, and
Yeah.
believe me, this is
He's
just
just- he's
banter back
passionate.
and forth.
Yeah.
This is banter back and forth. I love the motherfucker to death. So
yeah.
don't
Same
take
here.
this as an affront because I love Run Up.
Yeah, y'all have
We're
a
just-
good, y'all
we're-
have a
we're
good
just-
one, guys.
we're just having
Y'all
a
have
chat.
good conversation. I'll see y'all on the
will
next
be
one.
boys.
We love all of you, but we all need to take a turn.
And honestly, I think a good heated chat is necessary in order to find the common ground, that equal medium. You know, we need a place to have these discussions, but we also need to make sure that we conduct ourselves properly. So allow people to speak. So
Yeah, I mean, believe me, I will say this up front. I love Run Up to fucking death. You and I have gone back and forth forever, but we always have a good fucking chat, dude. Like we always go back and forth. But I love the motherfucker. He's great. He's a great dude. He's fucking smart as shit. Smart as a motherfucker.
Especially when it comes to economics, Run Up is like top tier, man. Top tier.
Love the passion.
Absolutely.
Love the passion.
So we have these discussions, but they're discussions. Like I'm never gonna be like, man, fuck Run Up. Like no, dude, I love the guy. But I love that we have a space where we can go back and forth and have these arguments. But I want the chat and everybody else to know this guy is fucking brilliant. But we're gonna have these arguments.
The thing is, my kids were concerned because all they heard was screaming. And they went to look over to see what was happening. And you were screaming so loud, they thought something like horrific happened. And so when you get past the point of absolutely, you know, you want to argue things out or you want to debate them, but when you have to resort to screaming to get your point across, you've already lost. Right. You're no longer trying to make it where people can understand or see your point of view or explain it. You're yelling because whatever your direction is going, so people stop listening to you when you start yelling, because now you're just coming off abrasive. And, you know, then it turns the conversation of why, you know, you want to keep on track, but you can do that in a calm manner. I'm a mom. I yell all the time.
Revolution, that's understood. One of the other things you need to understand is that depending on where we are in the world, there's a lag in where the discussions are. So sometimes people end up talking over each other. People end up talking over each other because it's just behind each other. Right. Or in front of each other. Depending on where you're at, the latency becomes an issue. So sometimes you'll hear people going back and forth and they're yelling back and forth because they think somebody's talking over them, but maybe they're not. You know what I mean? So it just sort of happens that way.
One thing that I've learned in debating is that when you resort to raising your voice, cutting people off, or calling people names, it shows a sign of lack of argument. So we have to learn when we are
tolerant,
that when we are in an argument, to control our emotions, our tempers, and in order to convey the point. Because when we lose that, but I love a good healthy debate. I
say perception. People have different perception of how they receive the information.
Yep, we got two different audiences.
That's one thing I've learned over the years. Mm-hmm.
Everyone's got their bias. Everyone believes what they believe. Honestly, I think there are good things that we've gotten from this administration, and there's terrible things that we've gotten from this administration. Nothing is perfect. I mean, and some of the things that I find terrible, I can't really argue with or disagree with because the American people voted for it. So there's nothing that can be done.
I think there's and maybe this is just myself, but I think there is a perspective at voting, because a lot of what happens at voting is like, how is this personally going to affect me? And from an economical perspective, right? Like, okay, well, this guy says he's going to lower groceries, and this guy says he's going to lower this and lower that and make everything more economical, and I'm going to make more money, and then I'm going to get better taxes, and I'm going to get it. So there's that mindset, which, you know, if I'm being honest, Trump did a great job of doing the exact same thing that Barack Obama did, right? You find a group of people that didn't normally vote, you target them, and then have them vote. Outside of the people that consistently vote, Trump did the exact same thing. He took the exact same voting profile and he did it both times. Very smart. Very smart. It's a great way to get elected. However, that doesn't necessarily translate once you're in office to what the result is. Now, the result in this particular circumstance has been not very globally acceptable.
Right.
And
People don't like us now
Well,
all
can
across the world
no,
because of it. Obviously, places like France, they Americans, like whatever. But like we've become the redheaded stepchild of all the nations in the world because of the
it's
buffoonery.
it's less about people in those nations and more about those nations from that political level, right? So if those nations are beginning to turn towards people that weren't, or countries that weren't our allies, to get goods or be associated with us, we're becoming an island. And that's not how you maintain being what America has considered itself, which is a global power. That is an offset of what's happening in this administration. And that's not a fucking good thing. Now, yes, there are economic things that are working to the benefit of individuals, but how does that translate in years to come? Because we're only fucking 18 months in.
Mark Carmichael
And
says
how much worse can that get?
Mark Carmichael
being put on an island.
We need to be respected, not feared. And I agree. I think, there should be like some aspect of fear, but it should be respected in a way of like, this is the way we conduct ourselves. We do good business. For me, like I've owned multiple businesses, right? And I always conduct myself in win-win business, right? So I win and so does the customer. And I think that that's how we should be conducting ourselves as a nation. At the same time, we have been getting raked over the coals as a nation for a long time. So I get the idea of, screw everybody else. It's time for us to get our fair share or whatever. And I understand that. But at the same time, I think there's a way to do it without becoming the redheaded stepchild in the room. A little bit more presidential.
I think to what you're saying, there's a great balance of respect and fear, but we were respected as a company of trade, respected as a company of authority, but we gained and garnered that respect because of our authority in the fact that we are a superpower of military presence.
We don't even
These
really
countries
trade. Like we don't produce much of anything. Everything that
these
we get
countries
is imported. Like we don't export much. And on top of that,
when these countries start turning around and saying, "Get your fucking military out of my country because I don't want anything to do with you anymore," that's going to become a huge fucking problem. Now we're an island.
Yeah. And
that's a big problem.
Part of that comes from the nationalism that Trump, stuck on. And I don't think that nationalism is a bad thing. I think we should be more concerned with our nation than others. But at the same time,
but we're not doing that.
Yeah,
we're not doing that. We are providing money to the Ukraine. Not to say that we can't support them, but we're providing money to Ukraine. We're providing money to Israel that is fucking useless.
And that's the issue. Trump is trying to look a certain way, not be a certain way. He wants to look like he's a nationalist by implementing tariffs and doing all these different things and deportations and whatnot, right? All these things come across as nationalism, but if he was really a nationalist, we'd stop sending money to Ukraine, stop sending money to Israel. We'd start focusing on building up our nation, implementing policy that is going to help our country. And really the only thing that we've seen is crypto legislation. That's
what is this? America first, right? America first. Yeah. we don't focus on America. We send money everywhere else, and we don't do anything to betterment the people of the United States while focusing on trying to get to war.
Yeah,
It doesn't
Because
make
I think
sense,
the
but can
issue
we
is
let Jesse
look
can we
like.
let Jesse speak
Oh
for a
yeah,
second,
go ahead.
please?
yes, yeah, oh yeah, please, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I hate being interrupted. I would not do that to anybody else. I get what all of you are saying, and the problem is no matter how this goes, we should have been putting America first. And if we're sending money out, we don't care about the people here. I see veterans that can't even get an appointment with the VA. I see kids that are going hungry. And so it's not about America first, but people also need to understand this isn't just Trump. Okay, this has been generations of presidents who have put us into war with money we
Completely
didn't have
agree.
that could have been put into the people, and instead we never make the right choice. Israel is a waste of money. Ukraine, not our problem. Iran, still not our problem. That became our problem because of Israel. And we're funding all these other wars when there's so many people here that need help. And so I don't care what side of the fence you're on, whether you hate the administration or not. These is concurrent problems. These aren't new problems. The
Totally
problem is,
agree.
yeah, we're now in the age of social media and we see everything. It wasn't like 10 years ago when we didn't know what was happening in other countries. We had no idea. We didn't see videos, but now we do. And people are more intimately involved in everything that's happening. But when it comes down to it,
Sadly, you only see the videos they allow you
we
to see.
only see the videos that they want us to see. And that's a huge, it's all, and it's not just our country that is controlling it. It is every country controlling their narrative on what they want you to see. And until people can grasp their head around that, yeah, we did bomb Nigeria as well. We've either started wars or helping fund wars. And people think, well, we're not in that war, we're just funding it. No, it becomes our war when we start funding it. We're a part of it. And until all of this calms down, and he's already got other targets, Colombia, Cuba, Greenland.
Mexico.
And so we need to just, Mexico, we need to accept that this is what's going to happen and how we're going to deal with it. We're already in World War III, but
No,
now,
we don't need to. We don't need to accept it. Actually, we as a country can have a say in that, and
Well, we need to
that's where it's
realize that
becoming
we're
a
there.
problem.
I think it's
Exactly,
not about
but my thing is-
acceptance. I think it's about realizing where we're at.
Yeah.
In the world. It's not about
realizing that if
accepting.
we don't take a different direction, this is it. This will be our life. And I don't think anybody wants that for the sake of the future, our children, any of that. And that's the problem, is that most people are so complacent and it's now like, oh, this is just what it is. And when I say like, no, people aren't realizing what's going on around them. And I hope someday for both sides that we do, because right now where we are in this country is so sad. And just people are dying, people are angry, and they don't even know what they're angry about. They're just angry because some news outlet told them to be. Okay, I'm done.
Well, I think that the people have been so beaten down for so many years about the fact that they, through elections, can't make a change, that they individually think, well, what the fuck can I do about it? So I guess it just can continue on.
I want
But
to push back on
that's
that real quick.
that's an adverse mentology to what happened in the
Hold-
60s and 70s,
hold
where
on,
people
Fan Jam.
sat and said, you
I
know
wanna-
what? Fuck
Fan
it.
Jam.
Let's
Fan Jam.
rise up.
Fan Jam. I want to push back on you a little bit. You said
We
that.
had
All right.
Hold on. You said that people don't think that voting works, and they feel like they don't have a voice, and that's why they're doing things. I would push back on that and say that there is. Oh, let me turn up my mic a little bit. So what I would say is that I think it's quite the opposite, and maybe people have been inundated to the idea that their voice can't be heard and that voting doesn't work. But I would say that Donald Trump being in office right now is proof that voting works, because they tried everything to keep him out of office. Okay? They tried to throw him in prison. They tried to bring him up on multiple charges. they tried to, come up with anything that they could to keep Donald Trump from getting elected, and he still got elected. So if that's not proof that voting works, I don't know what is.
So just to add to what you're saying, down in the chat, crypto, what is it? Crypto market. Yes, you are correct. The electoral vote is probably a pretty shitty thing as it relates to what's going on. However, the current leader won the electoral and popular vote. So to what Oz is saying, that was a full vote there. When Trump beat what was it, Hillary or whatever, like that was an electoral versus popular vote discrepancy. This was an electoral and popular win on both sides. Now the reason that is because he used Obama's strategy of finding people that didn't typically vote and had them come out to vote. Now, that doesn't necessarily represent everyone, but it does represent people that normally did not care to vote, didn't give a fuck. Just whatever happened. And those two strategies have been the polarization of the last fucking, let's say 16 years of voting. That's a different strategy.
All right, so I want to take this moment to say smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Share the show with your friends. Follow me on all platforms at Oz the Crypto Goat, all lowercases, no spaces. We've got Mr. Josh TV in the chat. What's up, Mr. Josh? How you doing?
What's up? I only had to join because I kind of agree with both like FanJam and RunUp. Mostly, like, the thing is, for me, is like sending money to all these other countries, specifically a certain country, is like so unnecessary.
And
like,
if you're in the Discord, you know who he's talking about.
Right. It's just like it doesn't, like, obviously Trump has done some good things for the economy. We can somewhat all agree on that. But the problem is especially with what Revolution said, we still have veterans on the streets. How is that even a thing right now? If we're doing so good economically, maybe that money that we're sending to these other countries should be used for our veterans first and to fix our problems before sending it away.
Well, I mean, why do we have an entire group of people that aren't even sanctioned under actual law running around picking up people and putting them in what equates to concentration camps to rip them out of society and not even deport them, just put them in fucking prison?
And they're doing it to U.S. citizens now. They're doing it to everyone. And this is a slippery slope, ladies and gentlemen. One day it starts out as we're just, rounding up the immigrants. Next thing, they're checking social media and rounding up the people that they don't care for what they say. Next thing you know, there's Amazon trucks that pull up to your house to deliver a package, come in and black bag your entire family and disappear you.
Now here's an alternative to that, which, I've lived in 6 different countries. Okay. Here's an alternative to that. Sure. If you want to remove illegal people from the country, great.
Oh my God. We got restricted.
Oh, I'm sure.
Revolution starts now, does not comply with our community guidelines. The restriction will be removed once they are disconnected. Revolution, I got to rug you for a few minutes and then I'll bring you back. That is ridiculous.
I agree. But here's alternative options. Here's alternative options that happen in other countries, right? So if there was a person there that was not supposed to be there, they could be offered a work visa, not a citizenship, not a green card, not anything else. You're offered a work visa. Now you can stay here and continue working in your job. if you have a job. If you don't have a job, I'm sorry, we need to displace you to another place, back to your place of origin. If you are a felon or somebody else like that, we need to displace you and you're not allowed back in. But anybody that's working here or is here illegally, give the option for a work visa. Now I've
Or not even that,
dealt
a
with that
path to become a
in
citizen.
six different countries where they give
I mean,
you the
that
option.
is the system that we have.
No,
That
that
is the
is not.
current system.
No,
It's just people
no.
choose. It's people who choose to come here illegally.
Run up. There are
That's the difference.
Run up.
You're
There are
missing.
people.
You're missing my
Hold
point.
on. Everyone, quiet for a second. Run up.
Well, I choose.
Hold on. Run up. There are people that are going into immigration court to get their citizenship, right? That are here illegally, but they're going through the channels, okay, to make it done right, okay, and trying to abide by the law now. And they came here for whatever reason, okay? They're here now, but they're trying to do it the right way. And I get it because it's a long, lengthy process, and some people just can't live where they're at, and they got here. Either way, they're here. They built lives and families, okay? And they're going through the legal process. They go into court in order to start moving towards getting their citizenship, and they're arrested either before they can go into court or after. So how is that helping people to become citizens? The floor is yours.
So we don't want people that come here illegally to become citizens. That is not part of Trump's agenda.
Why not? This country
Why?
was founded on people immigrating.
We're here illegally.
This is the melting pot.
Yeah, but this is a new day and age.
No,
the
you're
thing is,
you're here illegally.
our
I'm here illegally.
adversaries.
I think
The only
Our
that
adversaries
the only
have been
motherfuckers that
sent
are here illegal or that are here legally are the indigenous Americans, and on top of that, the Hispanics. Period.
Yeah, the only person in the chat that belongs here is Revolution because she's Native American.
I mean, we live in a new day and age. I don't really buy into that argument, and I don't really operate on this dystopian narrative.
But
Like we're
run
doing
up,
what's in the best interest of America.
It's a
Run up.
dystopian narrative. Hold
we
on. It's a dystopian narrative to push the idea that we don't want people to assimilate into our society. That's dystopian.
I'll give you.
Hold on, I'm
I
still
will give
talking.
you.
Hey,
No,
I will rug you, bro.
No, we do want.
All right, listen.
Like
No,
we
I'll
want people
I'll
to
give
come
you
here
an ex-
legally.
I'll give you an exact example.
All right, I had to mute him for a second. All right. It is dystopian for us to not allow a country that is founded upon immigration to no longer allow immigrants. The idea of this country was founded upon the American dream, okay? And to rip that away from anyone, and I will tell you this right now, immigration attributes to like less than a fraction of a percent of inflation and issues that we have with our economy. It's minuscule.
Yeah, so we do want. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I'll give you the floor. But what I would say is we want people to have a clear path to citizenship. But with citizenship should come assimilation as well. And that's the idea I think we've lost.
That's exactly what we have.
Not when we're taking people that are trying to go through the proper channels, people that are trying to assimilate.
No, they came here illegally.
Right. I understand that. There are people that came here illegally, but here's the issue is we had people come here illegally, right? Because Biden opened up the borders and said it's a free pass. Well, now they're here. They've assimilated into society, okay? And what they want to do is they want to be here legally. Why should we take that away from them? If they're willing to assimilate and go down the proper channels to do it legally, why would we rip them away from that?
That is not what we're trying to do. So we were struggling with criminal illegal immigrants for a very long time that was smuggling drugs, in particular fentanyl, that was killing our citizens. And they were also coming here to commit crimes.
Actually,
So there
I
are
agree.
some good
Get
people
rid of
that
the
came here
murderers.
illegally.
Get rid of the criminals. Get rid of the
So, but
smugglers. But a person that is
and that's what we're
here,
trying to do is just some good people.
No,
but they're
get
not
caught
doing that
what's
up in
anymore.
the
happening.
process.
It started out as that run up, and it's migrated into something completely different that is
Concentration camps
right. Well, not even
where
that.
they're separating people.
Put the murderers and the drug dealers in
These
a
are gang
concentration camp.
members.
I don't care about
No,
that.
they're
These are cartels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
you're
talking
telling
about
me you're telling me
simple.
women and
So
children
here's
that are separated and put in concentration camps are fucking gang members?
I'm talking
Get the
about
fuck out of here.
people. I'm talking about people that are regular people. They're law-abiding citizens. They've been here for a little while. They're going through the court system. They are getting arrested by ICE and deported. Okay? We're talking about the regular people. You want to take the criminals and put them in a concentration camp? I'm for it, bro. I'm talking about the regular, everyday people that it started out as, yeah, we're just going to get the criminals. Now it's everyone. Now it's even American citizens that they're going after. That's the problem, is it's a slippery slope, okay? And once you start sliding down that slope, you can't stop. And that's where we're headed. It's only getting worse. And the problem is everyone is focused on this idea of we need to get rid of all of them, blah, 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 blah. No, we need to get rid of the troublemakers, the bad people, the terrorist cells, all these different things. They need to go. But people that are law-abiding
and that's what we're
citizens here
doing.
and that are trying to do the right thing should be allowed to stay.
And that
So
and
we're
that's
casting a wide net. So there are some good people that get caught up in the process,
some good people.
but largely they're focused on the criminals.
No, they're not.
They're
Dude,
focused on the brown
you're
people, man. There are plenty of other
no,
races
they're not
and
focused on brown
individuals
people.
that
They're
they could
focused
be
on
after.
white people, brown people, Mexican people, like any kind of people they can fucking find because they're IDF.
And you know what? Now it's even
They're
got
not
to a point
IDF.
where, you know, they don't care who you are or what you do. That if you get in their way or look at them funny or disagree with them, they'll take your life. That's a slippery slope. Now we're talking about the Gestapo. Do you really want to live in a
I mean, we're
world?
talking about one incident that was sensationalized, and I don't agree with it neither.
Yeah, I don't think here's my thing. If you want somebody to leave the United States because they're here illegally, you have two
And that's what's
options.
happening. So
Hold on,
so
hold on,
most
hold on,
deportations are
hold on. You have two options. Number one, if they are a felon or somebody that is breaking like bad laws, fine. Get them the fuck out of here and send them back to their country.
Yeah, beat
Send
them for all
them
I
back.
care. I don't care.
Send them back to their country. Now, if you have somebody that has been here illegally for I don't care how many years, whether it's 1 year or 20 years, but they're working a job, say to them, look, I want to give you an option for a work visa because you're here working, you're contributing. And believe me, I've hired many people that were here working illegally. Yes, they had false social security numbers or whatever else like that. But you know what? They were working hard. They were just trying to provide for their family. And I would be happy to stand in court and say, I would support this person getting a fucking work visa. And as long as they're employed, they can stay here. If they lose their employment, Give them 30 days to find a new job. If they don't find a new job in 30 days, sorry, guy, you got to go home.
I love
But
that. I actually
you
think
don't
that's a great
have
idea.
you don't have to put
I
them
mean, we
in a
have proper
you
channels
don't
where you could get a work visa.
bullshit. Every motherfucking country in the world except for the United States does this.
Run up.
This
There
is
are
not new.
people that are going to
Does
court
what?
to get their
Does
work
what? What are you
visa
talking about?
that are getting arrested by
Dude.
ICE before they can even have their day in court. That's the problem.
And they're putting in concentration camps. These are concentration camps. I don't give a fuck how you want to look at it. These people disappear. They get put in the system. Nobody can talk to them, and they get fucking gone.
Yeah, and
Nobody knows where the fuck they go.
ever since
Nobody knows
they
what the fuck
opened up
happens with them.
the concentration camps, there have been bodies that are in shackles that have been washing up in the coast. Where is it, in like Africa or somewhere?
That's ridiculous.
And so
Dude, these people should not. These people should never.
That is a
I
fact.
work at.
we don't know
Dude,
where these
and
people are coming
I'll give you an
from.
example. Run up. I'll give you an example. I go down and I work at SpaceX in Brownsville, Texas. Outside of Brownsville, Texas, you can see nothing along the border except huge, giant what look like big storage container areas of people just fucking being stored in there because they can't send them home because their country doesn't want them back. We can't fucking get rid of them. So now they're sitting in a fucking jail somewhere that they have nothing to do with anything. And it's like, dude, these are hardworking people for the most part. Out with, and I agree with you. If you are a fucking felon or you have been or you're associated with some sort of gang or whatever, yeah, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. But if you are out working and you're building houses or working in construction or laying the
Farming,
roads that we
whatever,
all
you
drive
know?
on, or farming or doing whatever, and you have a job that you're currently working on, and yeah, you may be here illegal, because guess what? That supports a shit ton of our economy.
And the
Give
farmers
them a
are
fucking
having
work visa.
issues because
Hand them
the
a work
workers
visa.
don't want to show up to work because they're afraid that immigration is going to come and take them. Where do you think your food comes from? Like, we're going to have bigger issues if we just keep going with this rhetoric that they all got to go. We need to have more of a line where it says, okay, we're not going to cross this line. That's all we're saying is you can keep doing what you're doing, but that's not what it's about, man. And I want to take this moment to reset the room. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. Follow me on all platforms at Oz the Crypto Goat. We've got a newcomer here, new to the show. What's going on, brother? Or sister?
Oh, hey, how's it going?
What's
Just
up?
listening to you. Not much, man. I'm listening to you guys talk about the illegals and whatnot. Yeah, I used to live in Mexico for a minute, and when I was down there, I got involved with some knuckleheads, and I ended up bringing illegals across the border. So I got arrested in.
Are you coyote?
Yeah, I was a coyote for a minute, and when I was like 19, I looked like a Marine, so it was easy until it wasn't. I literally got pulled over on the 4th of July on 2000 with 7 illegals in a van. They confiscated the van, took me down to El Centro Immigration Station, interrogated me for literally 8 hours, and then released me because I didn't crack. I was like, no. And they just said, you know what? Get out of here. If we ever catch you with another illegal, we'll charge you for all 7 of these and however many more we catch you with. And we could charge you for, like, what they say, 5 years ahead. How much time is that? And I was like, no, like 30, 35 years or more. But it was an experience, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I just want to say that most deportations are self or voluntary deportations. Like, they choose to leave.
We're not talking about those kind.
The few cases of law-abiding citizens that are just here to work, getting caught in the net, I think they're few and far between.
They're not though, bud. There's a lot. So I grew up in Carmel, like Monterey County, and
I just got flagged.
All right. We're going to change the subject now. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to talk about this stuff. So we got hit with a violation. And what I need you all to do right now is everybody in unison hit the like button together. Let's boost the algorithm again. Let's if you can send gifts, send gifts. If not, no big deal. Don't forget to send in your daily heart me's. Let's change
Share
the
the
situation.
live.
Yeah, share the live out to your friends. Everybody put hashtag FYP in the chat. F1's in the chat.
F1, yeah, for sure.
Let's start with F1's and then we'll put hashtag FYP in the chat. And we'll do hashtag crypto, all the different hashtags. We love TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop is amazing. Make sure you're on TikTok Shop all the time and you spend all your money there. And you never buy food for your family. Only buy at TikTok Shop, guys. Starve your family, buy from TikTok Shop. I'm just kidding. I'm being hyperbolic. So yeah.
So I did a live earlier about the Clarity Act, and it was a pretty interesting one.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Clarity Act a little bit. So what'd you hear? What was your experience from the Clarity Act?
Well, one of the things, some of the things you're going to be addressing the Clarity Act were like where I was really concerned about market manipulation, how they have the current AMMs, the advanced market makers, if you will, Wintermute, Cumberland, Citadel,
Jane and Jane.
Yeah, to Jane Street, GSR, what B2C2, jump trading. The list goes on. But they're probably going to get either they're going to move offshore, and they're not going to be American based. Like what happened on the 26th with the options expiry for the BTC trades, how it was the biggest BTC options expiry in the history of like 23.6 billion trades expired. And so with that direct market manipulation went by Kraken and Wintermute and Binance and Coinbase and BlackRock and OKX, all dubbed in the market. And then with the added, the amplified effect when Citadel and Flow Traders and GSR were all dumping on the futures on BTC, shorting the market just to cause extra, extended liquidity grabs on retail. That sort of thing is going to get, that'll be something the CFTC will be on. They'll be checking, they'll be looking at data feeds, and that kind of market, like direct market manipulation is not going to be tolerated after the Clarity Act goes.
Well, so see, the CFTC is actually more laxed than the SEC. So you're gonna see probably more market manipulation happening. What we're gonna see is more safeguards for institutions than for the everyday investor. And that's why
we talked about retail buffers, not institutions. Like the exchange liquidators that are currently ran on Coinbase and Kraken and Binance and every exchange and trading exchange out there, they got their own little exchange liquidators, stop loss hunting and doing liquidity grabs on retail that are over leveraged, and they're just making cluster liquidation grabs on retail trades. So it's kind of the market's rigged right now, and that sort of like direct manipulation by AMMs, the advanced market makers, is going to be monitored quite a bit more extensively. So it's not going to be such a
it'll be quite the opposite
market in that sense.
So the CFTC
that's not what the bill says.
Yeah, but that's not the bill never tells the truth, man.
I hear you.
The CFTC is more laxed with their enforcement. The SEC is very strict. That's the difference, right? And so institutions want that more laxed regulation so that way they feel more comfortable getting in. And it gives them a 4-year window to manipulate the market on any project. And then basically after 4 years, if they don't meet a certain criteria, then it goes they're regulated under the
As long as we
SEC.
have the one coin that rules them all, with the Bitcoin, like how when Bitcoin's thriving, the market thrives. If Bitcoin suffers, the market tends to follow. I mean, that's just direct.
Yeah. Anyway,
direct fundamentals.
it looks like the algorithm hit us pretty hard. Viewership has dropped dramatically. I don't want to hurt my algorithm anymore. So we're going to call it a night. Thank you all for coming on and talking with us. And I'll see you all next time. You guys have a good night. And don't forget, if you missed any of the shows, if you missed the show about Stand With Crypto, where we cover the Clarity Act, it's all recorded on YouTube. So go check it out. All right, everyone, have a good night.